As a content marketer, you know that a personalized email is much more enticing than a generic and spammy one. You probably also know that our industry is moving more and more towards video content. And you can take it from me, making videos can be really time consuming. But what if you could auto-generate thousands of personalized sales videos for your client list? Well, that's exactly what DeepWord claims to do. So let's talk about this piece of software and see if it lives up to its promise. I'm also going to talk about some other ways you can unlock its full potential and start making yourself a lot of moolah. And if you haven't realized it yet, there's something a little strange about this footage and audio, isn't there? So the big mystery? All of that was AI generated. And that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. So I'm going to be looking at the software called DeepWord, and my review is a little bit different because I did something very radical. I actually bought the software and I've been using it for the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to be telling you exactly what you can and cannot do with this software. So let's jump into it. So what exactly is DeepWord? Well, in a nutshell, it's software that helps you to create personalized sales videos, and you can do this without having to show your face or even to record your voice. But I think there's a lot more that you can do with it, and we're going to go through all of those ideas I have throughout the video. So let's jump in and have a look at the software behind the paywall. So when you get to the dashboard, you can actually see all of the videos that you've created. You can see a few that are still processing as we speak. And the most important thing here is how to create the new videos. So if we click on this, you're brought to this page here where you've got all these different options, and there's a few things going on. But basically the choice is either you're using the actors or the avatars that are created for you in DeepWord, or you can actually upload your own videos and you can create your own actors. And that's what I did at the beginning of this video. Now, it's hit or miss, you know, but we'll talk about that in a little while. Now, you've got quite a big selection of actors. They're all obviously adults. You've got men, women, and of different backgrounds. And you'll notice here that you've got this little hand. So some of the actors, they have hand gestures, and others are more sort of rigid. You know, they don't move very much. Now, to be honest, the hand gestures, they're okay, but you would really have to edit your videos around them, the background video that you have, to make them really work. Otherwise, they can sometimes look a little bit out of sync to what you might be saying. So you get to choose your actors. Down here you've got the audio. Now DeepWord has a pretty good text-to-speech software. Now I've used quite a few different ones, Speechlo, Descript, which we'll be talking about later on, and this is pretty good actually. You might even recognize some of the voices from the other software.
And in other news, the state of California is being racked by widespread forest fires. Diane is on scene to bring us a report.
Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, is a common condition that affects the digestive system.
So it's not too bad. You can also upload your own audio, which is a good option if you've got a better text-to-speech software, and you can record your own voice. So all these things here. Now the process, what you do is you pick your actor. So everyone goes for Adrian. Let's choose someone else. Let's go for Kim. Okay, Kim's a little bit scary, but never mind. So you'll have different kind of outfits, formal, casual, and where's she gone? And medical, okay? And you can choose to either have green screen, which you could use if you imported it into your own editing software. You could remove that green screen, or you can have some sort of background image. You select the image that they give you here, or you can upload your own, or there's an option to have a video, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So let's choose this medical. So she yeah, okay, medical. Let's say she's a doctor, let's say. Okay, so that's what we want to do. So the next step here is you're going to do the text to speech. So I don't know, hello, I'm a doctor, whatever it might be. And you've got a large selection of different voices. So loads and loads for American English, and lots of different other accents for English.
We just love spending our time eating outside in the sunshine on this big deck.
Do you fancy a cuppa? It's proper brass monkeys outside.
Now, what I've actually done is I've gone through and created little samples for you of all the English speaking voices here. And I'll put a link to that. There's a playlist you can listen to there. But there's also different languages, so you can try them out. They're not too bad. So here's a sample of the French.
La plume de ma tante est dans le cul de mon oncle.
So to be honest, it's not too bad to my ear. And what you can do is when you choose, whoever you want it to be, you can actually listen and have the sample. So you can hear what it sounds like. Then when you're happy with everything you've got, you just create the video. And to be honest, it takes about 15 minutes. Now, I have only really done very short videos here, but what I did do early on is I tried to create a video with the maximum characters. Now, there's 5,000 characters. So I created a little funny video of that. And if we go back, it's actually still processing. So I created it at 11:27. It's now 11:57. So it's still processing. I don't know if I refresh that. No, it's still processing. And that was a 5-minute video. So I think about 5 to 6 minutes is your maximum amount that you're going to get. But it does take a long time to process fairly short videos. Now, the selling point of this particular software is that you're meant to be using it with your email lists. So you're meant to be able to create all these sort of personalized videos for every single member of your list of clients or whatever. And you're sending these videos to them to sell your products or little thank you messages, whatever you want. So here's what you do. You would create your campaign, you upload the CSV file and all this sort of thing. So I've done that. And once you're there, you create a video template. And it's very much the same sort of process. But the difference here is that what you can do is you can, instead of having your actor in the middle of the video, you have the actor, set any size you want. You can change all this around, this sort of thing. And as you go through the steps, you can upload background video. So I created some videos in Canva. If you're not using Canva, it's just, it's one of my favorite programs for sort of images, and now you can do videos. So I just did this. You can check out the link in the description if you want to give that a trial. It's really worth the money, to be honest. So you can do this, and once you create your personalized template here with whatever you want to say, you can actually choose things like first name, last name, the email, and this is what makes it personalized.
Hello, Phil. I wanted to talk to you about the endless possibilities that DeepWord can bring to your business. For more information, click on the link in the description below.
And once you've created that, you will create a video for every single person that's on your list. Now, the question is, does it work? I created this a couple of days ago and it's still going for me. So I'm not too sure if this part of this software actually works. And the thing is, it's not actually going to send out the emails for you. It's just going to create the videos for you. So you would have to save that somewhere and then send it through, yourself. Now, when you do get the video, you can get a shared link or you can embed it. Now, this is important because it means that DeepWord is actually hosting these videos for you. You don't have to host them anywhere yourself. So that's pretty cool. You notice there's a section here called API. Now, if you don't know anything about API, you're going to need to get some sort of software developer to do this for yourself. I've used APIs before. I can get them to work. I'm not an expert, but I was looking through the documentation for this. Now, all this does is enable you to, search the video, create the video, that sort of thing. What I didn't see is any ability to actually get the links and things to the video. It didn't seem too easy as far as I could see. And what you would need to do is to combine the API for this software, DeepWord, with the API for your, something like Sendinblue, whatever you're using for your emails, and kind of like merge them together. So I don't think this part of the software is quite there yet. So for what it was made for, I don't think it's really doing a good job. Another little feature that I have is you have the analytics, so you can go through all your videos and you can see if anyone's been watching them. But obviously this is only if you're giving the person the link, the embedded link, the shared link that goes back to where it's hosted on DeepWord. If you were to send these videos as a file, for example, it's not going to do anything for you here. So in terms of how much this software costs, I'm sure you've looked at this. So you've got the free option, you've got the subscription of $14.99 a month, and you've got the pay-as-you-go option of $180. So for the subscription, you get 14 minutes. So for the pay-as-you-go, it's $180 a minute. And just as a point of reference for later on, 600 minutes would cost you $756. But if you compare that to what I did, which was to get a lifetime account, which goes from $69 for just 20 minutes a month, right up to what I got, which was $349, that gives me $600. Now, if you compare that to how much it would cost you in the pay-as-you-go, $756, compared to just $349 for life, 600 minutes every single month. Big difference. And where can you get that? Well, it's right there for you on AppSumo. If you follow the link that I've got in the description, it will take you right there. And at the moment, that's not an affiliate link. It might become one in the future, but it's not now. So a pretty good deal if you want to get it today. How exactly are you going to use this software? Although perhaps it's not quite there yet, I think there would be an advantage in getting it now, especially if you go for the AppSumo offer. That's what I did, where you can kind of lock in a lifetime deal. And as the software develops and gets better, which I'm sure it will, you're going to have access to that. So the way I would use this is possibly for webinars, for courses, that sort of thing, where you can have the avatar a little bit to the side, where it's maybe not so obvious that they're not a real person. You could do that. Or like what I did at the beginning of the video, you could create your own avatar and you could use it in combination with Descript. Now, Descript is a great little bit of software which is great for editing videos. It also has this feature called Overdub, where you can basically clone your own voice, or other people's voices if you're able to do that, and you can create text to speech with your own voice. Now again, it takes a little bit of work to get it sounding anywhere good, but that could be a way that you could create a lot of videos without having to do what I'm doing now, which is be on camera. Is it as good as being on camera yourself? Definitely not, but it is an option. So you could definitely do that. Now, one of the things I'd like to see, maybe in this software or another bit of software, is where you, instead of having human avatars, you have cartoon animated avatars, because I think that could be quite good for certain niches. So the great thing about the text to speech feature is if you put your text in, whatever it is, and you do your little preview here, you can actually download it directly from here, and that doesn't contribute to the minutes that you have each month. So this could be, in theory, I haven't tested this with the free, because there is a free account here. This could be a way of getting free text to speech. So that is an option that I quite like. Hopefully they don't remove that since I've said that. So when you create your own videos, it actually at the moment gives you this kind of original version and the updated beta version. So we can have a look at the difference. So you can see it's a little bit blurry around my mouth, which, you know, you could put that down to the bad camera perhaps. But this one, it's much better around the mouth, but there seems to be this kind of like square around the face. Now, perhaps you could get rid of that in post-production in a good video editor, but I think if you had the right background, it might not show so much. But it's a little bit blurrier here, so that's something they need to work on, I think. But not too bad, but not great, I would say. So if you want to create your own avatars with your own voice or anything like that, it's quite simple. All you do is you just go to where you create the page, and instead of using the video actor, you just upload your own video. And the thing I found is that it doesn't matter how long your video is. If you've got a 3-minute video, but your audio is only a minute, the software does cut it down to the right size. But when you're filming the video, it's a bit weird. You got to stand in front of your camera. Don't move too much. Definitely don't put anything in front of your face, or don't look at your phone like I did. And make sure you have, footage like that where you're, not moving too much. And it seems to do okay with that. And also, you don't want your lips moving. But yeah, that's something I did find. I had, 2-3 minute long clips when I was playing around with this, and it did cut it down to like 30 seconds, a minute, depending on how long your audio was. And the other thing that you can do is really use the deep fake feature, where you can take someone famous. I chose Donald Trump for some reason, and you can either give them a different voice, or you can give them the voice of another person that you found the audio from. And what I tried to do was use my Descript software, where I created a clone voice. But the problem with that is they do verify that it's you speaking and that you're not using someone else's voice. So a way around that would be, if you're really good at doing impressions, you could do an impression of someone and maybe get it through to clone the voice, or pay someone who's good at that. But I'm sure there's another way where you could really go through and create a deep fake video if you wanted to. But it's another idea. I mean, that could be an interesting YouTube niche where, I don't know, Donald Trump reads kids' books, or Donald Trump, I don't know, tells the truth or something, whatever it is.
To be or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
So if you think that DeepWord is a good fit for you, then do check out the link in the description. I've also got links to Descript and some of the other text-to-speech software that I use and I quite like. So check those out too. And if you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, because apparently that helps. So see you guys next time.